Severin Films brings to Blu-ray the 2020 sci-fi, let's call it that, horror thriller, The Block Island Sound, directed by the McManus brothers. That's Kevin and Matthew McManus, starring their sister, Michaela McManus, along with Chris Sheffield and Neville Archambault. And this is a 4K UHD disc. It runs 98 minutes. Audio is presented in English 5.1 with English SDH subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing. And the story goes a little something like this. We have a fisherman, grown up 60-something, 70-something fisherman off the coast of Cape Codish area, Massachusetts. Out on his boat, something weird happens whilst on the boat. Comes back, he's a little off, lives with his adult son, who's not thrilled with life, but gets by living with the old man. Son, I'm not going to tell you the whole story. Son realizes something's wrong with Pappy, calls his sister, that is Michaela McManus. The son is Chris Sheffield. Calls Michaela McManus, the sister, who also happens to be a marine biologist. She's a single mom. Brings her daughter back. He says, "Hey, something ain't right with Poop Deck Pappy. You better come on back." So she comes back, and they're trying to figure out what's wrong with him. He seems fine, but maybe he's not fine. And suddenly she witnesses tons of fish washing up on the shore dead. Strange things are afoot on the Massachusetts shoreline. So as the father is getting weird, the brother starts getting weird, things are getting weird. They'll go out onto the water on the boat, and things will suddenly become weightless. We don't know what's going on. The mystery persists, and eventually we find out what the deal is, and it's creepy and weird. So this was a film that I had not heard of until I received it, which is the case for a lot of stuff that I get to review, and that's cool. Really nicely shot. Looks great. The performances are coming. Michaela McManus was great. Most of the cast was really great. The father and the brother I thought were a little weaker, and like some of the towny friends were a little weaker. It opens with a scene in a local, or one of the early scenes is the brother and some of his doofus friends in like a local bar or diner. And some of the writing and the performing there, I was like, this is a little, I don't know if I want to be able to stick with this, but as it went on, it got better. But interesting. It's sort of has the vibe to me, and apparently this was like a family affair. It was made on a very low budget, and it was a lot of friends and family working to get this thing made. And it does look good, and it is interesting. It felt a little bit to me like it was a couple of episodes of a TV show. Like it felt like I was watching and this isn't demeaning, like a Sci-Fi Channel show or like a network procedural show that happened to be about the supernatural. So that's just sort of the tone. It didn't feel, certain things like some of the performances kind of took me out of it. Some of the moments where, I don't want to get into any spoilers, so I won't, but some of the moments in it that were supposed to be creepy or strange just felt a little goofy to me, so that was unfortunate. But your mileage may vary on this. Synapse is a great company, and they don't release things that they don't stand behind, so take that with what I say, and they do a fantastic job. When the menu came up, it looked so good. I was like, wow. So yeah, the quality on this disc is excellent. So special features, commentary by the directors. We get a practical apocalypse that's 3 minutes. We get finding the cast is 9 minutes. Filming on the water. All the extras are nice and bite-sized. Like they're not too short, but they also aren't like major time commitments. Filming on the water, 7 minutes. Special effects on a shoestring, 8 minutes. Los Angeles behind the scenes, shot on Super 8 film, which was kind of interesting. 2 minutes silent. McManus Family Home Movies is 6 minutes. That was interesting to me. That's where the three siblings discuss the fact that they used to make movies together as kids on, camcorders. And you see clips of like this adult star of this film as a little kid with her brothers and messing around, and they talk about how multiple family members worked on the film, and it was kind of sweet, kind of interesting. And then you get a teaser trailer that's 1.5 minutes. So this is for people who are into sort of paranormal stuff, sci-fi stuff, and it's sort of a slow burn, but if you like the Massachusetts seaside, it's got that going on. So available from Synapse on 4K UHD Blu-ray is The Block Island Sound.